Are you saving in the right type of account for you? You see, as people, we're concerned about getting our investments right, but we should also be concerned about where those investments are located. This is a conversation about asset location and asset allocation. Both of them are very important, and if you get either of them wrong, they'll cost you some money. Hey everyone, I'm Nick Davis, founder of Brindle & Bay Wealth Management. I'm here to show you how to master your retirement money so that you can retire with calmness and joy. And as a quick reminder, if you enjoy this content and you would like to help other people find it, please like and subscribe. Thank you. During this video, I want to talk to you about asset allocation versus location. Both of these things are important. One of them will cost you investment dollars and another one will cost you tax dollars. So asset allocation is the type of investments you have: stocks, bonds, CDs, treasuries, real estate. And asset location is the tax type of the account it's located in. One of them is an investment question. The other one is a location question. Surprisingly, sometimes people ask the question, is an IRA a good investment? And the answer is, IRAs are good and they're not an investment. They're an account type. It's an important distinction, but I think a lot of times people think that IRA hurt them in the past when it wasn't the IRA that hurt them, it was the whatever they had inside of it. You see, asset allocation is the mix of investments that you have. And if you have the perfect mix of investments, which is very important, however, you have it in maybe not optimal account types, then you have a tax issue, and that's where the rub comes in. So both of these questions are super important to get right. For example, investments that are good inside of an IRA may not be great inside of a non-qualified account because you have investments that put off dividends and interest and have high turnover versus those that are maybe they're more focused on growth and don't put off many dividends. And so there is a tax efficiency that has to go along with the account type that you have. Oftentimes I'll look at a person's 401k statements and they may have non-qualified accounts as well on a different statement. And they have the exact same asset mix in the 401k as they have in their non-qualified account. And that immediately tells me that they've not considered or somebody hasn't paid attention to the types of investments that are in the types of accounts that they have. So the first of two questions is my asset allocation good for my location? Meaning, do I have the wrong types of investments in the wrong types of accounts? And let's take a look at this. So in general, you've got non-qualified accounts, which would be your savings and your brokerage accounts that are just maybe holding stocks. And then you've got your qualified accounts, 401k, IRA, 403b. Then you've got your tax-exempt accounts, Roth IRA and Roth 401k. Key between all these, qualified and tax-exempt are tax-deferred. So we're not taxed in every single year. Non-qualified are taxable. So they're taxed each and every year. If you have CDs and if you have interest paying and you have high turnover funds, they would be better off inside of qualified accounts, either of these, because you're not going to be taxing them every single year. A lot of times people will have these inside of their non-qualified accounts. Growth stock are better off inside of non-qualified accounts, ETFs, because we're going to have tax issues every single year in this particular bucket. But we also have to keep in mind that there are different characteristics of qualified accounts and tax-exempt accounts as well. So you want to take a look at the investments that you have in the exact account type and make sure that it's optimal for you. Now, the second question that you want to ask is, am I saving too many dollars in the wrong account type? Let's take a look at what this looks like. So here we have all three different types of accounts, and we can have any investments that we want in any three of these accounts. And let's say that you want $100,000 income in retirement. And between you and your spouse, you have about $60,000 in Social Security income. and you were a good saver and you saved a whopping $2 million in qualified accounts. And the challenge with qualified accounts is, unlike non-qualified and unlike the Roth, you're going to have required minimum distributions when you turn 72 years old. And at 72, it is 3.65% of the account total, and it just continues to go up every single year. So for example, when you are 85 years old, this percentage is 6.25% of the account total. So $2 million at age 72, we've got to take 3.6% out. So let's just say it's $72,000. So we come over here to our goal. We've got a $72,000 required minimum distribution, $132,000. Let's say that we are in an effective tax bracket of, say, 15% effective. So let's just say $20,000 in taxes. So we have $112,000 after tax. So here we have $12,000 more than we desire. It doesn't seem like a big deal, an extra $1,000 per month. However, that 3.6% goes up every single year. And before you know it, it's double that amount that you have to take out every single year, forcing you into a higher tax bracket. And it's a lack of control. So let's look at another way of doing this. So what if instead the goal here again was $100,000? That's the goal. $60,000 Social Security. But what if we had the money saved in different proportions in the different account types? Well, now the required minimum distributions are going to be lower on the qualified money. There's no required minimum distribution on the Roth money, and there's no required minimum distribution on the non-qualified money. So here we have some control. Here we have some control because we don't have to take money out if we don't want to, but we also have a tax benefit, like no tax if we, in most cases with the Roth, there's no tax here. And then with the RMD, it is a smaller amount. So now we can actually take these dollars and we can be flexible. By being flexible, we can save tax dollars. And that's why how many dollars you put into each account type, asset location, is so important. It's important for two reasons. One, what types of investments do I have and how are they being handled tax-wise? And how many dollars do I have in there and what's that going to do to my future? Now, getting those dollars in there in the correct proportion is going to be tricky because everybody has a different amount of taxes that you're paying this year and next year and the year after that. And everybody has a different belief about what the future is going to hold. So you have to pay attention to maybe you're having a lower tax bracket year and maybe you should put more money into your tax exempt accounts or your non-qualified accounts. Or maybe you're having a higher tax year and you should really put more dollars into those 401ks and IRA accounts. So planners should be asking the question at least one time every year, how much money am I saving in the 401ks and IRAs versus the Roth versus what's happening in the tax year? It's important to look at what that income is going to be for the year so that you can get the right amount of dollars into each account. Because remember, the goal is to have some kind of flexibility when you go to pull that money out. And the goal is to be as tax efficient with your investments throughout this entire process as you possibly can. So in summary, you want to make sure that your investments are optimized for the type of account that they're in. And you want to make sure that the amount of dollars that you're putting into each account type is the right thing for you. Hey everybody, Nick Davis here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this, please consider subscribing. Also, if you would like to see the way that we help people master their retirement money so that they can go on to that next phase with calmness and joy, take a look at us at brindleandbay.com.